question for you. Do you think creativity is learned or earned? I mean, I'm just kind of asking the question because when I think about it, your next big creative idea is out there somewhere. So today I'm talking about the link between entrepreneurship and travel. Let's go ahead and dive in. Hey there, I am Tammy, a two-time recovering business owner, and this is Make It a Double, where I help seasoned professionals leverage their expertise into entrepreneurship. Today, we are talking about entrepreneurship and its connection to travel. And I mean that from the perspective of, look, let's just start with the science. Now, did you know that exposure to new experiences and new environments actually stimulate your brain's reward system? When you travel, brain releases dopamine, and it's that feel good chemical. And it's because it's encountering a novelty or something that's very new. But here's the kicker. Like research shows that people from different cultures are better connected. Think about it. When you surround yourself with new sights, new sounds, new smells, your brain is making connections it wouldn't normally make. And so, because of that, that is why you have these groundbreaking ideas when you travel, or at least when you're out of your typical four walls of your office. So, just think about a real connection. Think about business and how we bring creativity to the work that we do every day. We need to think about it from the perspective of it's not just making things with our hands, or painting pictures, or creating statues or ceramic ashtrays. I don't know where I just got that from, but it's not about that. It's actually how you problem solve and develop unique business ideas that help you stay ahead of your competitors. Creativity shows up in a myriad of ways. So think about it this way, like there's been times even in my business where I have felt a little stagnant or a little stale and wanted to offer something new and fresh, and had a really hard time though trying to figure out, okay, I'm doing these things. What else can I be doing, right? Like, are there any other solutions or any innovation that I have not unveiled to a customer yet? Is there any way that I can improve on maybe some of the work that we're already doing or enhance it in a way where the experience is much better? So I'll give you a great example. A friend of mine, actually, she's a business colleague, and I are really good friends, and we're travel partners, right? So we travel a lot together. And in this particular instance, we actually went to Mexico City. And as we were traveling through Mexico City, oh gosh, there's a plane flying over. Sorry if you hear the noise. In Mexico City, like we were exploring the city, we're exploring the culture, like we're having a fantastic time. But as I'm traveling, a flood of bright ideas for my business started to emerge. One of those bright ideas was for us to use a project management software to have better customer engagement with our customers. What happened is I actually ended up investing in a technology called ClickUp, where we could actually manage our proposal management process in a much more seamless way. That came as an idea of expanding or improving our experience with our customers. And I think I got that idea because when I was in Mexico City, there were times where we would go out and we would have these amazing experiences. That just kind of led me to think about what kinds of experiences am I having with my own clients, right? And so that's where that kind of came from. So just think of creativity as your competitive edge. Travel can also spark innovation. When you're in a new environment, your brain is forced to process unfamiliar information. And so what happens is there a disruption between your usual thought pattern, and that can obviously open up doors for opportunity in your business. And I believe that that is what happened to me when I was actually in Mexico City. Now, you might be thinking, Tammy, that sounds great, but how do I actually boost my creativity? Don't worry, I got you. So the first thing is immerse yourself in the local culture. When we travel, we have preconceived notions about what we're going to do and where we're going to be, and all of that is great. But also make sure that as you are moving through a new experience, that you are very intentional and not just going with the motion. Try the local food, learn a new language phrase, or participate in some sort of cultural activity. Documenting your experience through pictures and video and those kinds of things. So just make sure that as you are exploring a new culture, that you're being very intentional about how you move through it. If you think it's helpful, I would say also keep a travel journal. A really good friend of mine has a travel journal that he writes in. Every time we travel, he documents all of his experiences. So not only does it help kind of keep those things fresh, but years upon years after you're already gone and left the place, you can flip those books open and it's almost like you're back there again. Keeping a travel journal is one way to kind of catalog and document your experience. Step out of your comfort zone though, right? Like travel, that's what it's about. It's about doing something that scares you a little bit. And I mean scares you. As a matter of fact, I got a good story on this. I just got back from Belize and I went ziplining. I had never done it before. And let me tell you, I had a ball. It was such an adrenaline rush. And the great thing about it is it was the views for me. Like it was the views. I remember the feeling that I had as I was zipping through the trees and over rivers. It was the feeling of freedom that I loved. I'll show you guys my experience. I absolutely loved it. I had a great time and I'm glad I pushed myself. I'm a little afraid of heights, so I surprised myself by doing it. I remember the dopamine hit I got and I lived to tell the story. So I think stepping out of your comfort zone is a great way to experience culture, but then also it sparks your entrepreneurial creativity in the same breath. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Tammy, I'm still not convinced that travel and entrepreneurship have a connection. Let me tell you, I have a friend who was a high-powered attorney. Let me tell you, after we got back from our trip, she quit her job and became a trapeze artist. Sometimes travel can spark something in you that helps you take bold action, right? Now that is a complete pivot. I'm not saying that anybody should take a trip and then they're doing something completely different than where they were. However, it just goes to show you that travel is the spark that can lead to life transformation. And at the end of the day, I mean, all of us are on life's journey. We are all here to learn and grow. Travel can do that, and it can also help you in your business. So I say use it as a catapult to explore new things, offers, and customer bases, right? So it's definitely an opportunity for that. Now, I hope you found this helpful. If you enjoyed, the information that I shared, please go ahead and leave me a comment. First of all, where are you traveling this summer? I want to know. I don't care if it's local. I don't care if it's across the street. I don't care if it's across the country. Share with me where you are going. How will you get that creative spark flowing? Let me know in the comments. I would love to engage with you. I am Tammy, and I'm out.